Hello, everyone. Welcome to another Rags to Riches episode, the end of the season. This season was pretty good, but it ended up with a little bit of a heartbreak, and we'll get to that in just a little bit. But first off, you can see that we finished second this season. Pretty darn good. It was a tumultuous early season into the mid-season, but we kind of held third and second for a while. We had first for several games in a row and finished the season in second. That was the longest spell we held on the first. We touched it. We kissed it a couple times along the way. I think, yeah, here in the very beginning we had first, and some point later on the line, yeah, there was another first in there. We kissed it a couple times throughout the season, but unfortunately fell just short 1 point under Dagon Red, which is horrible. But it is what it is, you know. But we automatically went up, got a bonus 15,000 for it, which is nice. Plymouth also coming up with us, and Fleetwood managing to just barely squeeze their way in there. So they went down last season, dead last, coming right back up to League One with us. Chesterfield and York not able to make it out. Ebbsfleet held on just barely from relegation, so congrats to them. They did more or less exactly what we did, and so hopefully we'll see them do well in the coming seasons and stay around in League Two. That being said, they did not do super great this season, so good luck to them. Worst goal difference outside of the relegation zone. Second worst goal difference overall, tied, coming from Ebbsfleet. So we'll see what happens. For us, our goals allowed, we were first by far. Our defense was pretty much unstoppable. And that's the reason why we ended up getting promoted, I would say. Why our goal difference is 25 is because our defense allowed 37 goals in 46 games. It was a really top-notch effort there. Our offense was not super great. Interesting, this was actually ninth before the playoffs. So it's actually interesting that it actually fell after the playoffs. We were 1 goal behind on goals scored from Dagon Red. So with one more goal, we would have tied for 8th or higher. I didn't look that much in depth, but we were right there with Dagon Red. So our offense, top half, promotion contender offense, but our defense really wrecked it. Our defense was awesome this season. Discipline, not great, but not terrible. Our average attendance this season, 17th highest, also puts us at 63% of our overall stadium capacity was put into use this season on average, which isn't great, but it's money. It's something, you know. We'll make it work. You can see there's a lot of transfers that are happening right now. I spent some time on the transfer market trying to get people going to and fro. We're dumping Elliot Johnson, our left defender. He's really disappointing. Average like 6.61 this season. Really disappointing. So we sold him to Bradford, surprisingly. Ozer Ozdemir ditched him to Oldham. Richard Duffy to Chester, and Yannick Gibezi for a nice, cool 120,000 to Rockdale. Notice 3 of these teams are League One teams that picked up our players, and that's really kind of odd, especially considering they're subpar players for our team. They really are. So it's interesting that they're picking up our subpar players as we go into the league. We have players better in all of these positions, so I don't know. And then Chester actually taking Duffy down to the National, so hopefully Duffy will do well down there. We're looking to get Noor Hussein renewed on his loan. 1 more year, end of season next year. We're looking to have him around 1 more year. So his stats are actually, as the coach report says, he's good for League One and potentially good for Skybet Championship. So hopefully he'll continue to improve and he'll continue to impress. This past season he put in a 6.9 in 30 appearances, so I'd say we have a keeper. We'll see how it goes. Hopefully he'll do well. If we go ahead and look at the other 2 people that are coming in, or the other 3 people that are coming in, Shane Ferguson, He's a North Irish international, solid player for League One sides, leading, in fact, and he'll be coming in for our attacking midfield left, not our midfield left. Position we desperately need to fill. So hopefully that'll really bolster our offensive capabilities. We're also bringing in Ali Tunkara, a Malian international striker. He's coming in a situation where we're really kind of looking at like, yes, Louis Walters is technically better, but Tunkara has better finishing stats. And Musque, while he performed great this season, is not necessarily going to perform great next season, and I would like to have a third striker just in case. You never know. I ran into some injury issues at the end of the season, and Musque was out and Louis Walters was out, and I had to use Bassett and one of my youth players as strikers, and that did not go well. The third player we're bringing in is Yao, Guillermo Yao, and he is Ivorian, and not an international, but I considered calling him up. And he's decent. He's very well suited to League 2 soccer. We're bringing him in as a backup for our defender left because, again, we are getting rid of Elliot Johnson. So hopefully, assuming everything goes well, he'll become a nice backup player for the team. He's much cheaper than Johnson was, given that he's from Africa. So hopefully, again, that will work out in our favor. Going into tactics, so nothing's changed on tactics side. We also brought in Zhang Chengdong. He's from China. He was actually out of a club for a full year or longer. So I'm glad we picked him up. He was perfectly happy to join us. He's 30, so we're only going to have him again probably until next year, and then we'll probably let him go. But for the time that we've had him here, the 12 games he's played, he's put in a fantastic performance and a great effort. The guy has played all over the world, so his languages are all over the world. Chinese, Spanish, Portuguese, English, and German. Which means he's really great no matter where you're playing. Zhang Chengdong is a fantastic pickup. At 2.5K per week, I'd say he's absolutely been worth it. He's put in 3 goals in 12 games. So I'm happy with him. We'll see how it goes next year. Cito fell off a little bit from his original storm. He wasn't consistently performing at the rate that he was performing before. However, you can't complain about an average rating of 7.34 across 28 games with 9 goals, 10 assists, and 5 player of the matches. He wrecked it. This is probably, in my opinion, this is the signing of the season. The fans think differently, but in my opinion, Cito is the signing of the season. He's fantastic. He did a great job and really brought us together. Also picked up Zenon Stylianides. He's a 21-year-old Greek youth player who is improving at a fantastic rate. We picked him up when he was 21. He'll be 22 this year, but he's improving at a fantastic rate. Coming from Tottenham, and he's cheap. 240 per week is a hot prospect. We've been playing him 6 matches, average of 7.33 with 1 assist and 1 player of the match. He's doing fantastic. So hopefully we'll hold on to him. We'll probably end up having to sell him. He currently has a release clause of 100,000 because when we signed him, he was worth 0. But he put in such fantastic performances so quickly. His value skyrocketed. That being said, no one's trying to buy him, so we'll see what happens. With 10 pros. He's great for League 2, could be great for League 1. So we'll see what happens as he gets a little bit more game time in the future. Ollie Lee did a great job for us this season. We'll play him a little bit more next season. We'll see how he does. Not going to bring in too many more players. The club is still in horrible financial straits. We secured a little bit more financing. We did secure a little bit more financing, but not really enough. Sponsors and others. Not really enough. We'll see what happens. I'm looking forward to our TV deals and whatnot, but for now, it was not enough money. A couple of our staff members are going to go ahead of youth development, and someone else is not coaching, is it? I don't know. We're losing 2 people, but I'm not worried about it. Think we are losing Peter Johnson. Peter Johnson is retiring, but we're losing someone else. I'm not sure. Anyways, sorry, I'm being distracted. Sorry, getting off track. So in January, you guys saw that we were up against Chelsea, I think. No, you guys saw we were up against Bury. We beat Bury, ended up against Chelsea in the 4th round. Great TV match, and our defense really showed how powerful it was. Held Chelsea to 1 goal this season in the FA Cup. So we did fantastic. I'm totally happy with that. That one game was worth about like 300,000 for the club, which is fantastic, and we absolutely greatly enjoyed the extra money. It does not. It's not as much as we would like, but it was good. It was definitely good. We had a great spell for a while, 3 wins in a row. But despite our really successful spell of 5 wins and 4 draws in 10 games, we actually lost 0-1 against Mansfield, despite them getting 2 red cards. Despite the 2 red cards, they made it through. It was rough. I was very disappointed. We had first place. We had 81 points. If we had just had a draw, we had 81 points. But we finished with 80 with the loss. Dagon Red won their last game against Carlisle. If we had just had a draw in that game, we would have won on goal difference alone. But it was ripped away from us at the very last bit there. Very unfortunate again, but so be it. That's soccer for you. So this year, top goal scorer, Admiral Musque, 26 goals overall. And I think 22 of those were in the league. Very well done. Ollie Bassett, best player, 7.6 average. Cito bringing in with the most assists. Ollie Lee with the best pass completion. Most player of the match going to Ollie Bassett, barely beating out Cito. Goodman still picking up a lot of yellow cards. And Josh Grant picking up our only red card of the season. Now, I believe he is a defender. Yes, he is a defender. He's young, and he has improved a fantastic amount. And we are looking forward to having him really kind of work a little bit better than this next upcoming season. He's going to be filling in the gap for Ozaros Demir, who we did sell to Oldham. Josh Grant's going to be filling that in. And I'm expecting great things from him, ultimately. Really expecting great things out of him. We'll be filling in other gaps with loans, should we need them. So that's pretty much how the mid-season or the preseason's going to go. Mid-season. No, it's how the preseason's going to go. So for Ivory Coast, we won the African Nations. Okay, we'll just flip to here. We'll just use this side. So the African Nations, we actually beat South Africa in the final. I don't know how they made it to the final. They were ranked 80 going in, and right now they're ranked 56. They came out of that ranked 46th. So South Africa did a great job making it all the way to the final. They were in our group, and we crushed them. So we handily dispatched them when it came to the final as well. But we have yet to really lose a game with Ivory Coast. It's been working great. We're looking to take out Costa Rica and Ghana in this next international period. It'll be coming up soon. And there will be another tournament draw. I don't remember what it's called. I don't think it's African Nations. Is it? No, it can't be African Nations. What is it? Cup of Nations qualifying. There we go. African Championship of Nations. That's what's going on. So we'll do Champion of Nations next year. Hopefully something good will come of that. We are hosting it. In fact, we have home field advantage, so I feel like that will actually go really well. I have no intentions to leave Ivory Coast anytime soon. We're sitting currently in 14th. We were in 13th for a little while. Dropped down to 14th. Sitting among the likes of Denmark and Switzerland. So we'll see maybe if we can maintain this position, we'll get some better youth players coming in and have some more depth and quality in the national pool. Because right now, our team is old. Like, we're 25, not bad. 26, okay. 23, nice and young, we're using him. 30, one of our best defenders, 30. 30. 32. 29. 26. 25. 31. 31. And some of these other fields. Boney, I know he's old. 30. Gervinho is 32. We have so many old players that are just so important to our team, and there's so few young players. Like Ibrahim Kone, he's 29. He's not good enough to be in this team. He's really not. Like, yeah. We have a couple people that are in their like mid-20s, but for the most part, other than like Nokuri, there are very few youth players that are making their way through the youth system to really become something. Koulibaly is our highest hope. He's about as good as any other striker we have currently. You know, he's getting there. He's working on it. At 19 years old. He is our best hope at a good youth system. But I just looked at the new youth recruits, and they were not impressive. So we'll see what happens. But I can hope that he will be good enough. I can hope. Fingers crossed that he'll be good enough. There are some other people in our national pool that I would love to play. They're younger, and I'd love to bring them into the national team. But they're rejecting the call-up. I think they can also be called up by France. But whatever. Who cares about France? We're ranked higher than France by a considerable amount. They're a little bit more consistent than we are if you look at the actual like rankings, but I don't know. We'll see what happens. I'm pessimistic about the future of Ivory Coast. But as long as we still have all the old players, most of the old players, we'll be okay. There is one player over in Manchester City. If we actually can look at, yeah, Man City. From Ivory Coast, Yaya Toure. Is he actually straight up retiring? Because I know he retired from the international team, and I've been bugging him to reconsider an international retirement. He's better than any midfielder we have right now, and that includes Seri. Seri's our star. He's better than any midfielder we have right now. But I can't get him to reconsider international retirement. I'd play him. Every single match I would play him. He does not want to come back, and it's causing problems. So yeah, I mean that's where Ivory Coast is. That's where Basingstoke is. We're going up to League One next season. We're strengthening the squad a little bit, dumping a lot of players, a lot of expensive players. Gibezi is cheap. He was 800 per week. He's nice and cheap. But Duffy was expensive and worthless. 3.2K per week. Worthless. Ozer Ozdemir did okay. He performed okay. But for 2.5K a week, I need more than okay. Elliot Johnson sitting at 900 per week. He wasn't that expensive. The other player the other player we did dump was Aaron Burns. 2.8K per week, and he wasn't playing at all. We dumped him. Club is a lot better off for it. So we got rid of a lot of expensive players, a lot of big payroll players, and we're looking to maybe grab some free transfers if we can. Hopefully cheaper players. We'll see what happens. I don't know. I can't spend that much money. the club doesn't have any money, and they're still refusing. Uh, where is it? Yeah, scouting range. I attempted to decrease scouting range, and they're like, no, we'll just deal with it. It's like, guys, we had a turnover of 4.2 million, and we lost $1 million. Decrease the scouting range. Do something. You're paying me pennies. I'm getting paid 500 per week. Come on. I can't I can't take away anything else. You guys are screwing the club. This chairman, Daniel Harvey, is screwing the club. He's refusing to do anything useful. No senior affiliates. He's not infusing any money, and he's not decreasing scouting range. This guy is crushing us financially. And I'm trying not to spend all this money, but if I don't spend at least some of it, we're going to be relegated next season. And next season, my entire goal is to avoid relegation, which, believe me, is not going to be easy. We were not supposed to go up this season. We were not expected to go up this season, but we managed second. And I'm glad we got 15 extra $1,000 for finishing second. That's great. But I just don't see us having a good time. The relegation zone for League 2 is huge. So we'll see what happens next season. I'm not sure. I'm really not sure. But if we go, again, back to League 2, this is where we are. It's where everyone finished. We had a really great season, a really strong season. A lot of draws. Bad offense and strong defense led to a lot of draws. But that's okay. 20 points in draws. That's the difference between Doncaster and us. 14th and 2nd, so it's 20 points. We'll take it. If we jump down to the FA Trophy. So the FA Trophy went to Harrogate this season. Congratulations. Johnstone's Paint Trophy went to Walsall, beating out Swindon. The Community Shield went to Arsenal, handily crushing Chelsea. Let's going back and forth here. I like it. It's funny. Capital One Cup, Man United won it for the third time in a row, beating Swansea City. FA Cup, 5-1 in the final. Chelsea beats West Brom. Wow, Chelsea crushing that. So in the South, Vanarama National League South, Havant W goes up with Woking. Congratulations to them. Lewes going down with Truro and Weston-super-Mare. Now, we had players on loan at Weston-super-Mare and players on loan at Lewes, so it's really rough for them, but tough. It's a tough business, soccer. In the North, Guiseley going up with AFC Telford. That Guiseley being the second best team, so we'll see what happens there. Brackley, Chorley, and Redditch all going down. Really no contest. VNL, Chester going up to League 2, and we actually just sold them Duffy, and they're going up, so congrats to them. Boy, Port Vale and Forest Green gotta feel robbed. I mean, they got 99, 97, 97, with a goal difference of 40 plus for each of them. Morecambe winning by virtue of winning one more game and not having that be a draw. Otherwise, it would actually have come down to goal difference. That is remarkable. That is just, wow. I've only seen promotion contention that close in pictures, where it's been, like, the title's been decided by a playoff. Oh my goodness, I have the hiccups and it's terrible. Where the title's been decided by a playoff game instead of goal difference or any other measure. And aside from in pictures, this is what I've seen. This is crazy, crazy close. And Chester managed to get through. Unbelievably, Chester managed to beat Port Vale and Forest Green. One of those teams is going to go up next season. Of course, maybe one of the teams that got relegated this season will end up going up. Who knows? But congratulations to Morecambe regardless. Going down, Hednesford, St. Albans, Barnet, and Solihull Moors. FC Halifax and Aldershot. You were close, but you made it out okay. Again, going back to League Two, Fleetwood beating out Mansfield in the playoffs. Going up with Plymouth, Basingstoke, and Dagon Red. Going down, Chesterfield and York. Again, Ebbsfleet barely able to stay up. But hey, that's what it takes. In League One, Millwall going up over Gillingham with Brentford and Bradford City. Brentford rocking 104 points. Congratulations. Wow. Well done. Going down, Southend, Wimbledon actually going down. Blackpool and Burton. Notts County barely surviving, and Scunthorpe also barely surviving. So that's who we're going to be up against next season. These people. All these people right here, plus whoever got relegated from the championship. Aston Villa going back up. Congratulations. They really should. Sheffield Wednesday and Burnley also going up. Reading barely missing out. That's rough. But hey, it's a great improvement from last season. Last season, I think they were 12th. That's not bad, I guess. Now they're 5th, so I mean that's a great season for them. Peterborough is coming down, so we'll be facing Peterborough, Brighton, and Charlton. That's not going to be easy. It's not going to be easy at all. Portsmouth, Luton, Middlesbrough all narrowly avoiding the drop. Really close relegation battle from 19th to 23rd there. Well done. The Premier Division, United picks it up handily. 10-point victory over Chelsea. Manchester City and Arsenal also going to be in the Champions Cup. Arsenal barely, however, as Tottenham was hot on their tails. Liverpool and Newcastle also taking the Euro Cup with Tottenham. Going down, Derby, Bournemouth, and Hull. Leicester barely avoiding the drop, so congratulations to Leicester. And West Ham missing out on goal difference from the Euro Cup. Wow, 17, 11, 10. 3 in a row. Holy cow. Go jump over to the Euro Cup. European Super Cup went to Chelsea. The Euro Cup went to Napoli, beating out Tottenham. Ouch. It was tough fought. But you did well, Tottenham, but not well enough. The Champions Cup going to Chelsea over Bayern. Wow, 2 in a row for Chelsea. You don't see back-to-back Champions Cup wins that often. It's a tough competition. So congrats to Chelsea, really making England look good. Let's see, can we look at, probably not. We can try. Messi won World Player of the Year. Just go Chelsea. Why even? It's right here. What am I doing? Messi won World Player of the Year, so still second for the Premier Division. But if Chelsea keeps performing well, and Tottenham finishing second in the Euro Cup, we could see the Premier Division jump over BBVA sometime soon. Speaking of which, we can't go see that right now. We can if we go to the semifinals. There we go, Real Madrid. And Real Madrid, wow, crushing it over Barcelona. And Sevilla, Atletico, Valencia, Villarreal, and our Sociedad all doing pretty well. I don't understand BBVA. I've seen weird results in Liga BBVA before. I do not understand how it works because in England, goal difference trumps whatever's going on here. I'm not sure how our Sociedad is going in and Athletic is not. But wow, Athletics had a lot of coaches. Ouch. But whatever, it's our Sociedad's. They made it despite Athletic having a better goal difference. And Real Madrid winning it for the 4th year in a row. Jeez. Barcelona is falling from grace. I know some of you will be happy, but a lot of people won't. My goodness. Anyways, guys, that'll do it for Rags to Riches. I think I covered everything everyone wanted me to cover. So remember, if you liked the video, give it a like, subscribe to the channel, and share it with your friends. Best thing you can do for the channel. As always, thank you for watching, and I will see you guys next time with some more Rags to Riches after the preseason. So I'll see you guys in League 1. Thanks for watching. DFTBA.